wonder if they can hear me. Anyways, energy. It's Monday morning, folks. Big up the Twitch gang. Big up the football lovers. Shout out the DJ Nation. I hope you lot can hear me. If not, then it is what it is, man. Let's go, man. Any talking points, predictions, all those things, get them in. Let's go, man. Intro time.
Because you always use that accurate red light defenders. I think it's like.
Are we live? Of course we're live. People deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. As usual, I appreciate all the support you lot give me and all the support you lot give me each and every time, especially as we get to the end of the year and it's a time for everybody in any walk of life to like quantify and, you know, see how far they've come, how far they've got to go, what they did good, what they did bad. Obviously, you know, again, I'm very thankful. You know, we've got around 3,000 followers / whatever on Twitch, and we're growing. The journey to 10K is still alive and kicking. We've got, what, 42.7 thousand on YouTube, you know, so the goal still remains journey to 50K. So yeah, man, hopefully next year is even more prosperous. But again, you've got to celebrate every milestone, and I'm very appreciative because without you lot we wouldn't be here. And the very fact that, you know, we keep growing, keep getting better, you lot, you know, always provide some good talking points, always wish good things and whatnot. It's appreciative to be here on YouTube and Twitch. Now I know there's Europa League and Conference League, and I know Arsenal aren't in a damn thing, so really I'm being a bit smug, but I'm a Champions League sort of guy. I can't lie. Shout out to whatever happens in the Europa League and Conference League draws. And, you know, Barcelona, whoever they get is whoever they get. But I'm not really on it, people. I'm not going to cap to you lot, people. I actually thought that was on a different day today. So, yeah. And obviously, where Brendan Rodgers is concerned, he said he don't even know about the competition. So I'm sure he's got a lot to learn. Obviously, you know, when is the draw going to be made? I think it's live from 11. It's 10:36 right now. So just under half an hour. We'll obviously go through whatever happens there and react and whatnot in real time. We're going to get into the Premier League review. There's a couple other general talking points that are floating around on in relation to football as well. So it would make sense to kind of to go into them as well. So let me say, folks, I always DM myself little articles and tweets because I just use that as somewhat like a bank to come to you guys and obviously bring the talking points. That's what's come out today. Yeah, close that. But anyways, where's my manners, man? Appreciate all the early birds. JS Wealth, I appreciate you. Again, you're a United fan, so I'm sure you're probably hoping for the best in relation to that draw. Obviously, when you look at the group winners and runners up, you know, to go again over the Champions League, Manchester City, Liverpool, Ajax, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Bayern Munich, Lille, and Juventus all won their groups. In terms of runners-up, you've got Chelsea, Salzburg, Villarreal, Benfica, Inter Milan, Sporting, Atletico, and PSG. Now, at this moment in time, obviously, where countries are concerned, you cannot draw each other. So Real Madrid don't need to worry about, at this moment, facing Atletico, who they beat in the derby, Vinicius Jr. bringing out the party tricks again, or Villarreal, people. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets who, what happens. And at the end of the day, I'd say you've got to be prepared to play everyone. Not that I can give you an informed opinion about the Champions League, but I just think you've got to be prepared for everyone. Of course, there's certain sides you'd rather avoid. There's teams you'd rather miss. You know, there's teams you'd rather meet sooner in the competition than later, but it is what it is. And the way they changed it a couple of years ago, all this seeding stuff, it can make a difference, where it almost doesn't make a difference, if I'm completely honest with you. Everyone up for the Champions League draw, I rate that. Big up DG and the Twitch gang. I hope United get an easy draw. Would you say there's any easy draws out of them names? Like, you know, if I was a United fan, just to go with you and say who I would want, unpopular opinion, I'd fancy PSG. I think PSG could beat United, but I think over 2 legs, I think United could do a job there. They're a fantastic team with fantastic individuals and a fantastic coach. Whether they can get over the line, obviously, when you've got a front three to their level, I know Neymar's injured. It is what it is. I would say them. I'd fancy Salzburg. Realistically, they're a kind of naive side and whatnot, and I think they just don't have the quality to go any further. Saying that, from a neutral point of view, I want them to go all the way. Obviously, Benfica, you know, when you look at I don't know if United can actually draw Villarreal again. but pardon me, it's the away games you're looking for at these moments in times. Is when you're going to the away crowds. And to be fair with United, you made Villarreal hard work, you made Atalanta hard work. End of the day, got the job done, but young boys hard work. So it's the away games that will make the difference for United. Saying that, did they not win in Paris? I don't know. If I was a United fan, I'd fancy PSG, to be fair. Obviously, you want to draw a Sporting or a Benfica respectfully to them. I would say Salzburg's the one you want. I do think Inter Milan are beatable. The same with Atletico Madrid. I don't think Atletico Madrid are as strong as they used to be under Diego Simeone. But my opinion isn't a fact, man. And no, hey, Bayern Munich, forget about it. But you lot can't draw them. You won the group. You can't draw them right now. As a United fan, I would wanna avoid Inter, Atletico, and PSG. Out of the three, I know PSG have the stars, but genuinely, I'd want PSG. You know, I don't think they're bad, and obviously, I hope they beat you lot. But yeah, man, Atletico's the villains of football during them. As long as it's true, but villains don't always win, man. This guy DG getting his new drip today. You better show us. Hey, man, was you not on to me about buying it, and now you want to see? Make up your mind, man. 1 minute you're getting on to me about buying it, now you want to see. Maybe you will, maybe you won't, man. Just watch United get PSG. I mean, Pochettino derby, it would make sense, man. Our fans overrate our players too much. We have so many average players. I mean, to be fair with you, you're right, man. You know, again, I think every fan's guilty of that. But I have, not to get United fans, but I've seen them say Luke Shaw's the best in the league. Bailly's better than Van Dijk. Maguire's the best. Fred even gets a lot of bread. There's been a lot of things being said, and every fan base overrates their players. But yeah, you're a United fan, you can only talk about such. But if anything, it's a team game. Can you say PSG look like a better team necessarily in terms of functioning unit than United? I say you can, but when you look at it, really, and I hope PSG win, of course, don't get it twisted. I hope PSG draw United. Europa League is looking tasty this year, DG. The resurrection of the knockout stage helped massively. I can't lie. Yeah, it does look like there's some interesting games, and I'm obviously going to watch it. We're going to drop some watch-alongs and them things there when we can, but in relation to the draw, I'll just see it when it's all done and announced, man. Morning right back at you, man. Rather be in the Champions League, but Europa this season is fire. We're definitely getting PSG. If we was in the Europa League, we'd probably get Barca and still lose to them. Boy, Arsenal mess it up. Spurs going out of the Conference League probably in the best way they can, because they can save face and say, obviously, because of the COVID stuff they had to, rather than losing to someone, again, whose manager is maybe in the jailhouse or, whatever, or someone's nan or whatever, innit? Now there's a Conference League. The Europa is a bit more glamour. You can polish a turd so many times. But yeah, it's true, man. United is either going to draw PSG or Sporting. They'll get either end of the spectrum. I think City, it normally ends up City. Things could happen. City could draw PSG because they're runners up. But typically, City seem to get respectfully the Mickey Mouse sides. If I had to take a wild guess, maybe because I've said that things will change, but I'm going to say Man United, PSG, Liverpool, if I had to guess, Manchester City, PSG. No, sorry, Manchester United, PSG. Manchester City, Salzburg. Liverpool, Villarreal. Chelsea, Bayern Munich. Real Madrid, Benfica. Probably Juventus, Atletico or something like that, and then Lille get whoever I haven't said in it. I just, I think maybe Thomas Tuchel, maybe it's written in the stars, a return to Germany, you versus Bayern Munich. It's one of them. Nagelsmann versus Tuchel, two people seen as well. Tuchel, before obviously Nagelsmann was a thing, was seen as maybe one day becoming Bayern Munich gaffer, and they're both, together with Jurgen Klopp, linked with potentially one day taking over the national team. So it'd be interesting to see them two, how they line up, how they play football. Obviously, Chelsea and Bayern Munich, have their own little shenanigans or history around the clashes and whatnot. So it'd be interesting to see how that one develops, really. And Chelsea might come to rule, messing about in the last game of the Champions League and not getting over the line. Them 2 points is the difference between winning the league and winning the group or whatnot. Juventus have been poor domestically and in the Champions League, if we're honest with yourselves, whether they've won or lost. So sometimes you can win the group and get shagged, and get a tougher team than if you finish second. But yeah, man, it is what it is where that's concerned. Champions League group predictions. So, folks, Messi to destroy United for the 4th time. Don't know. What time is the draw? I mean, it says from 11 a.m. UK time. Chelsea, Bayern Munich, I would like it. My retro jersey came on Saturday. It's cold, very good quality. Man, soon land. Soon land. To be fair, I'd rather a big dog. I'd rather PSG than Atletico. I'd rather them because Atletico are probably a better coached function in 11. But obviously, when you've got the individual quality PSG have, is what it is. DG, who's your top 5 contenders for the Champions League? I mean, it's going to sound cliche, but every team that's in the next round has an opportunity. And I don't really feel comfortable picking 5, really. I would, big up Ajax. They're in the competition. I would like an underdog thing. So Lille, Ajax, Salzburg, Villarreal, Benfica, Sporting, even Inter to a degree. I'd love for them to pull off something against the other teams and go as far as they can. I'm not one of these guys. Oh, it's good for the English team. Oh, love, whenever I see my team win a European trophy or do dirt in Europe, so I'm a Scrooge. To be appropriate with the time of year. I'm not with this. Oh, it's good for the English game. I want them to go far. Pardon my French. Fuck all of that. I want all these English teams to go out. If someone has to win it from England, I ain't got no beef with Man City in it, car. I don't really know your fans. You man were little boys until the money came in. Respectfully, again, if you lot want to employ me, shout me. You lot do the scouting thing. I got the talent ID qualification. It makes sense in it. But I would say City, obviously Liverpool and United. I got friends that support them clubs. They're right. Definitely we can say we're rivals with United in recent years. Liverpool never. But yeah, I don't want them man there to do that. Chelsea, it goes without saying. So I'd love them all to go out really and truly. Really and truly. I would love you know what? United can't draw but Real Madrid. I would have loved the Paul Pogba little derby. But yeah, man. If I had to tip the English team to go the furthest, obviously you're going to go with Man City or Liverpool. But saying that, Chelsea, last time they've won the Champions League, they haven't necessarily been the best English team or one of the best in the competition. And not just them, a lot of the time, you can go through. So my point to say that is you can't, looking at the net, you can't rule, it sounds cliche, you can't rule out anyone. Respectfully, even Salzburg, Sporting, Benfica, these lot are not going to probably go the distance. Inter are probably going to go out. Atletico somehow twang it. I don't really think it's going to bang for Atletico, in my opinion. I'd like Ajax to go all the way. Obviously, Ten Hag's reputation is getting improved. And obviously, where United are concerned, boy, they could at some point buck 2 potential managers. They've been linked with Ten Hag. Obviously, they can't draw them in the next round because Ajax and United both won their group. And, Hallier's moving like Ronaldo, Lima, PSG, Pochettino, it goes without saying. So, I would love to see Ajax go as far as they can. Maybe their youth, similar to how it kind of cost them against Spurs and to a degree in the Europa League final, if I can remember it correctly, against United. Their youth will probably not let them down, but their inexperience will kind of show, a bit like Dortmund last year. Bayern Munich, you can't really look past them, and they're probably the best team pound for pound in terms of quality and how they're playing. Liverpool would have something to say about that. The same goes with City. I don't think you can rule out Real Madrid still because I think they're playing well. Obviously, it's not the strongest of teams by Real Madrid standards, but they're playing well. Carlo's got them doing mad. Vinicius is standing up to be counted. You've got experienced players like Alaba, Casemiro, Modric and Kroos. So in no way of slowing down. There's even rumors of Modric getting a new deal. So literally everybody, Lille, obviously I don't think Lille are going to go the distance. And out of all the group winners, Lille, for me, they probably go out next round. But saying that, all it takes is I would love a bit of match fixing, help Ajax and these teams out, kind of pit the big boys against each other. Chelsea versus Bayern Munich, Man United, PSG straight away. Liverpool, Athletic. Well, can they get each other being in the same group again? I'm not too sure. Arsenal ain't been in the Champions League for a hot minute, so I don't really know where it is. Bro, PSG, bro, I'm not being funny. Domestically and in the competitions, you've seen PSG struggle. Poch is a great coach, but for some reason, they're not the most best coach inside. Their last game, who'd they play yesterday? Was it Monaco? I can't remember. I was watching it. That was the first time in a while PSG looked like a well-engined unit, and it weren't a game where they're being pushed to the limit. Their individual quality saves the day. They even had that against Bruges and them and there. Like, obviously, football is football. Champions League is Champions League. But I don't. It sounds cliche. I don't think you can pick a winner. And for me as a neutral, it's quite interesting to see all this. If I'm completely real with you, lot. Liverpool going to get Lille. Bet your house on it. They always get easy draws. They can't. They've both won the group, so they can't get them right now. City had PSG in their group. Don't think they can draw each other. I reckon Chelsea beat Bayern. Boy, after seeing it, only team I don't want is Real Madrid. And even Carlo, Carlo versus Real Madrid, Carlo Ancelotti might dump out his own team. Chelsea are the champions, so they've got a target on their back and whatnot, and they're gonna have to stand up to be counted. They've got the experience, they've got Thiago Silva, they've got Bearman, so and all of them players, you went the distance last season, where however it happened, so you're all experienced. I can't say no one's not experienced. Yeah, I think Leo are gone in this, but we would all love Angel Gomez to do things. Yeah, that was the first against Monaco. That was the first time in a while, man. PSG defensively, I feel they don't get enough credit. I don't think they're good enough defensively, if I'm honest with you. I think Marquinhos doesn't get the respect in world football that he deserves. Obviously, people can see he's good, but for me, he has a claim to be the best centre half in the world. In my opinion, it's whether it's because he's playing in France, playing for PSG, ain't gone to a top club. I think he's very slept on. To be fair with you, a lot of the Brazilian men are moving mad and no one's saying anything. Militao. I know he's a bit older than them, but Thiago Silva, I've just mentioned Marquinhos, Vinicius is standing up, Martinelli, Gabriel, Brazil next year winning World Cup. Trust me, it's happening. PSG as a whole defensively are sus. Their attacking players don't exactly play that amazing for 90 minutes linking up together, and they're quite suspect defensively, so and there's probably a lot of egos, so it's down to them. What? Marquinhos doesn't get support. Oh, you're talking about Shaqib. Kimpembe is a squad. I don't really rate Kimpembe at all. But saying that, it's not down for me to rate him. The people that have rated him, he's won trophies. He's played in the Champions League final. He's won the World Cup. So, what can I say? Football's about opinions, and our opinions don't matter. But I think Kimpembe is shit. I'll be real with you. Shit's harsh, in fact. I just think I don't know how you've had this career, really. I just think you're incredibly suspect. You don't make mistakes a million times a game, but I just don't rate your concentration, your marking. I feel obviously it sounds a bit stupid to say defenders relying on physical qualities, but I think you rely on your physical qualities more than your general reading of the game. Saying that, you have seen him do a madness. Really and truly. So it is where that's concerned, man. Ruben Amorin is cooking. I can't say his name. Amorin is cooking with Sporting. They play champagne football since they dashed Bruno out. Better ball retention since you get rid of Bruno. Makes sense, innit? Really, they did. The Portuguese gaffer did that. He only needed one game in the Euros to see. What? Let me bring in Moutinho and Renato Sanchez. Lo and behold, Portugal looked a bit better collectively. PSG don't want to see Ajax, in my opinion. I mean, two polar opposite ends. Money versus Ajax have spent money as well, but Ajax, money versus romance and all of these sort of things. It'd be brazy. Kimpembe is the French Mings, bit harsh. Tottenham have been hit by a new positive coronavirus case among the first team squad. Boy, you lot are unlucky. And to be fair with you, you're seeing a lot of that developing. And my biggest fear is, again, football mirrors society, and you're seeing I'm no finance expert. A man said finance. I'm definitely not a finance expert, but I'm no doctor or things like that. But over here in the UK, it seems like there's not a calm before a storm, but you're hearing the new variant and all of these things. And football mirrors society. When I see football clubs, Man United, again, I've got the articles, I read them out in a sec, but Man United, Aston Villa, Tottenham, couple of clubs are being hit with these COVID cases and things, and obviously it's harming them. And as we're into a competitive sort of December, more bodies are dropping when there's more games to be played. So I don't know where we go with this, but again, away from the rivalries of two sides, health is the first thing. So we hope any coaching staff, any players, anyone in general who contracts COVID or fights through it, is able to get through it and nothing serious beyond that happens, people. But yeah, man, it seems like there's a problem, and there'll probably be some other emerging stories at other clubs, people, if I'm completely honest with you. Sorry, I'm trying to actually find it for you lot, people. And even on that, Sheffield United versus QPR in the Championship has been postponed due to coronavirus. That's one. Sorry, folks. I'm just deleting the screenshots as I go along. That was QPR. Sorry, folks. You have to allow me, man. The hell is this, man? This is moving like L's upon L's. Yeah, as I said, Aston Villa got Man United first thing have been hit by an outbreak of COVID-19, which meant Sunday's group training could not take place as planned. Ralph Rangnick's side were only able to complete individual non-contact outdoor sessions after a small number of players and staff returned positive lateral flow tests this morning, which was yesterday. The individuals who tested positive were sent home before the training session. It's understood the whole group who travelled to Norwich had tested negative, and the Premier League were made aware of the situation. As you know, Aston Villa chose on Sunday to cancel their training session at their ground after a number of COVID-19 cases as well, people. Sadly, let's talk about some sad news as well, just before we get into the Champions League draw as well. There's a couple of things we need to go over. It's necessary to talk about all of these things in football. Apparently Barcelona are looking to allegations against a former director of the club's youth team who has been accused of sexually abusing his former pupils at a public school. First things first, I think I speak for any sane person when we say anybody that abuses their position and anyone that targets the innocence of kids deserves to be burned alive. If I'm completely honest with you, death and prison, these are too easy. You need to be made every day to want to beg to die, really and truly, because it's disgusting, especially how you're, I guess it's at La Masia or it's a public school, a teacher or whatever. You should be a guardian. You should be someone that, someone that provides a safe haven for people. Unfortunately, he's being a fucking scumbag in this, people. Apparently, a Catalan newspaper reported that over 60 of his former students have been abused. And obviously, these are going to scar men or women for life. When he was a physical education PE teacher at a Barcelona public school, authorities in northern Spain said they were opening an investigation. He's denied any wrongdoing. He said, I have never hurt anyone, but if I have done it, it hasn't been intentional. I have an adopted son and 4 foster children. My conscience is very clear. I've never forced anybody, and I have denounced pedophiles. I mean, we've seen actual confirmed pedophiles denouncing pedophilia. So I'm not actually sure on what to read in that, and I've got no time for these things. You adopting kids means nothing. You don't think there's racist people out there that like black girl, or racist man, or racist women out there that like black man? Let's stop being silly. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. I know people who are mixed race and their mum is racist. So all of that, I've got black friends, or I can't abuse someone because I've got a little child, or I couldn't harm women because I've got a mother. It's bullshit. Anyone can do anything in life, innit? And again, first things first, thoughts, prayers are with any victims, innit, card. This is disgusting. To say it's disgusting, it goes without saying. You lot are smart enough and you lot are sensible enough to know this thing. Apparently, Swindon Town have had their bank account frozen. Swindon Town are facing a winding up petition at the High Court of Justice. The Champions League draw is going to start soon, people. At the High Court of Justice on January the 12th, 5 days after the League Two side hosts Manchester City in the third round of the FA Cup. Going back to COVID very quickly, people. Joshua Kimmich has said he regrets not deciding to get the vaccine earlier. Now, I would say, just in my experience, I am seeing a lot of health complications with people in general. A lot of healthy individuals struggling, but I can't lie. In my recent thingy, I'm not saying do not get these injections. Again, I'm not trying to be the health guy, but I know a couple of people, and again, I don't want to, protect their identities, but certain people are never having problems with their breathing. They're getting the injection. All of a sudden, there's blood clots and these things. Again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it just feels like a lot of people in my reality, they're getting it and something's happening with them on top of everything. Again, if you need the injection, go and get it. I don't really want to focus on that, but apparently Joshua Kimmich has said that he regrets not deciding to get it earlier. He tested positive at the end of November, and he revealed last week that he would not play until the new year because of the effects of the infection on his lung, and he has returned to training people. So I don't want to speculate, but maybe it was that thing there. Away from all of that though, people, and finally, just in other news before the Champions League draw starts, Apparently on Wednesday there's a ceremony where Sergio Aguero will announce that he is retiring from football, people, which is unfortunate. We heard he's got, you know, problems with his heart, where it's better you stop being a footballer than you stop being alive, in it. You know, a footballer career, as great as it is, and it's ended short for Sergio, it's only for a certain period. You're going to be a father, a grandfather, an uncle, whatever, you know, for many a year. So it's unfortunate, but better you find it out now in your early 20s, maybe what, 30, well, in your late 20s, 30 years of age, Aguero, where you're still young. Obviously, if you're old enough, there's the, you know, if you're older than that, it's harder to get through this. The Argentine who starred in a scare on the 30th of October in the game against Alvarez will not be able to continue competing at the highest level due to these heart problems that have since taken him off the pitch. A month and a half after that day, I can't say that word, but revealed by the medical test, will force Aguero to terminate his professional career. It's brazy, man. It's brazy. It's unfortunate he's only got to complete 165 minutes for Barcelona and only got one goal. Bare footballers have had breathing problems. You know, it's brazy. It's brazy. It's absolutely brazy. All the things that are coming out with health this year and the rest of it. Oh. COVID-19 cases rising. What else could we put there? I say COVID case rising. Kimmich. Forced to retire. All that, man. Amazing career, just unfortunately cut short. I got the first one, but it feels like it has affected my immune system. Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. And me, listen, I don't want to go and get tested and get injections if you need it. Everybody don't get at your own discretion in it, but it does feel like, and who's to know? Again, I'm not a medical man, but it just feels like COVID's been around for 2 minutes, or immediately there's medication. Now, as you know, with medication and tests, there's all setbacks, and you know, you lot made this thing in a matter of months. It might very well fix COVID, but it might, as you lot say, you know, increase problems with the respiratory system or highlight any other problems. Now, me personally, I think if you're older, you know, I don't know if I would want to take that if I'm in my early teens to late 20s, approaching 30. You know, if you're beyond that and you know, you've had a family, you've lived life, it is what it is. My biggest fear is in 10, 20 years, they say, oh, if you had this mad thing is happening. Really? But yeah, let's less of that, man, before you lot say, oh, DG's a conspiracy theorist. He's probably on the 5G hype and all of these sort of things. We're a minute into the draw, people. The draw is not going to be made yet. You know, there's going to be a whole lot of waffling, a whole lot of chatting, a whole lot of just nonsense, you know, really and truly. So just before that, we might as well talk about the Premier League now. Where the Premier League is concerned, James Maddison just keeps going from strength to strength and getting better and better and whatnot. You know, Leicester mashed up Newcastle, and Newcastle face a tough fight to stay in the division. You know, Chelsea, United, Liverpool, you know, 3 booked penalties. You know, Ronaldo is fouled, but boy, Salah is fouled, but boy, the one that happened at Chelsea is a penalty, but boy, like these are some booky periods and spooky periods we're getting into, but it is what it is. Obviously, Arsenal got back to winning ways, and you know, the first 20 minutes was quite appalling for Arsenal. Other than that, we woke up. Still need to learn to play well for 90 minutes, but you know, we put together 3 lovely goals. You know, lovely one from this training ground with the set piece. You know, Tomiyasu and Tierney coming alive for 2 of the goals. Obviously, Lacazette, Martinelli, Saka all enjoying. Martin Odegaard bossing it and getting a 3rd goal in recent appearances. First at the Emirates in God knows how long. You know, Norwich played very well and fought, but it's a bit like when Leeds lost to Spurs or Leeds actually losing to Chelsea. You don't get points for winning, playing well. You get points for winning, really and truly. And at this day and age, you know, it's pretty difficult. You know, it looks like Newcastle are gone. I don't want that to be the case. I want them to stay up. It looks like Norwich are gone. I don't know between Watford and Burnley. A part of me thinks Sean Dyche can twang his way out of that, but it is what it is, people. Obviously, Liverpool doing what Liverpool done. But yeah, man, you know, all the teams that the big boys played, they had to kind of fight to get the 3 points, if that makes sense. But Gallagher as well yesterday. That goal, enough said. Go and watch it. Banger, you know. And for Rafa Benitez, again, we knew it wouldn't surprise us that them man revert back to type and behaving like duds once again. At least Vieira did a little get back for Arsenal, people. But yeah, in terms of well, that's fixtures. In terms, we got fixtures coming tomorrow and Wednesday, and obviously Wednesday I'll be doing an Arsenal watch along on YouTube. Manchester City Leeds. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it on YouTube or Twitch, so you lot let me know which one is the one you guys want. But in terms of results, Burnley and West Ham drew 0-0, which is obviously good for Man United. Tottenham, who aren't playing any games, and Arsenal, just like if we drop points, it's good for everybody to drop points. So Burnley and West Ham drew 0-0, and they're going to take that out on us in 48 hours. Leicester won 4-0 against Newcastle. Like I said, Maddison bossed it, and the rest of them played well. Clean sheet, 4 goals. Doesn't help Newcastle at all. Crystal Palace won 3-1. Damari Gray messed up for one of the Palace goals. Rondon at least messed up the clean sheet, but apart from that, poor day. Man City again, João Moutinho. I think that's a very harsh penalty to give against him. Shout out to Raheem Sterling for joining the Premier League 100 club. But yeah, they only defeated Wolves 1-0. Imagine that, away from home at the Etihad. You might not be better than them. You might not have more ability than them, but you match them. You try and fight. You hold yourselves accountable. Even with 10 men, City struggled. Rather than looking for excuses, it must be amazing. Chelsea won 3-2 against Leeds, with Mason Mount obviously doing what he needs to do. Jorginho bagged 2 penalties as well. So did Rafinha. That penalty was booked. Shout out to the young Joe Gelhardt as well, because I think he's really good. I saw a lot of him at Wigan. Physically, he's ready. A bit more to develop tactically, but he looks a prospect. Chelsea 3, Leeds 2. Liverpool 1-0. Obviously, Buki penalty. The same goes for Manchester United with their win against Norwich at Carrow Road. And for me, as an Arsenal fan, we've got to go to Carrow Road, so that's something to consider. Watford lost 2-1 against Brentford. Emmanuel Dennis keeping up his good form, but Johannesson and Mbamo made sure it wasn't the case, people. So yeah, man, the Premier League was quite brazy. Everybody seemed to be quite standard. Like I said, the penalty decisions that were given were a bit contentious. Arsenal obviously won 3-0 against Southampton. As I said, we didn't turn up for 20 minutes, and then I think we had better game management in the second half that I've seen for a while. We put together some good moves. Our best performance I've seen from Partey in a while. For me, Xhaka still looks a bit off the pace and still trying to, the man hasn't played for time. He lost the ball quite a lot, and he got 80 minutes there. He'll probably start against West Ham. He got 96 against Everton. I feel we could save his legs a bit more. Encouraging performance from Martinelli. Martin Odegaard's laid down the marker now, because even going into Wednesday, we've got questions. Who plays? Do you go with Odegaard and Smith Rowe? Do you drop Odegaard straight out and bring Smith Rowe back in? Do you know what happens there? If you play Smith Rowe off the left, Martinelli has to get dropped? Or do you play Martinelli instead of Saka? Or do you move Saka somewhere else? Or do you put Martinelli up front and drop Lacazette out? These are the issues we need. Personally, I think against West Ham, I think personally Martinelli will drop out. Obviously we know what's going on with Aubameyang. He was, he's left out due to disciplinary issues, and a bit of a shameless plug, people. But 12:30, it should be 12:30. We're going to speak about that and any Arsenal emerging topics at 12 minutes. So that's going to be on YouTube. So make sure you're all there for that one, folks. So yeah, it was crazy. What are you lot saying? That City pen set the tone for the others. Man said clear pen. Same old United, always cheating. It doesn't have the same ring. He's got hands over him. It is a penalty in today's day and age, but bias aside, if that's given against you, you'll be harsh. And it don't really make sense for me, because Tomiyasu's at Old Trafford. I can't lie, Ben White's at Burnley. Maybe slightly with Harry Kane. Literally, we're going to see the penalty that was given for United, the penalties that were given for the 2 Manchester clubs in United and City, the one that was given for Liverpool and the one that was given for Chelsea, or the 2 that was given for Chelsea. I think I can't remember the order, but one of them was a Stonewall penalty. One of them was a bit booky. These are going to happen in other games, and they're not going to be given. And, they're going to wheel out Peter Walton or whoever it is for the Premier League and give us some BS as to why them ones get their account. So you're struggling for consistency. At this stage, I guess it doesn't matter as long as you get the job done. So, yeah, that's me in relation to the Premier League, folks. And I mean, I can't share the screen. Well, I can't share it because it's on TV, but you've got the Champions League Donny there. So we're kind of waiting. It looks like Arshavin's going to be doing it. My guy. What else are you lot saying in general, man? I'm only taking a jab if it makes me 100% immune. It's why I don't get the flu shot. I hear that. You know, it just seems like you got. It just seems these vaccine shots just seem like Paul Pogba. It's like it's never one and done. You know, like with Pogba, you need he needs 2 midfielders, he needs these runners, he needs this. You know, he needs a lot. You get a vaccine, you need the next one, you need this booster, and then this one's coming out, and this one's come from Africa, and this one's from Asia, and this one's from there, and you know, this one's come from Tottenham, so it means no one's going to win any trophies and all of these sort of things. It's crazy. I can't lie. The out of all of them, the one that I think is very harsh is the City one. Like Matinho, fair enough. You know, it's hit here and then licked his like. What is it? What do they want a man to do? I'm telling you, lot. Like, there's gonna be no point defending. Soon, teams are not gonna play defenders. The game in all aspects, normal defending, penalties. You can't defend. You can't breathe. You can't have a hand. You can't be natural. It's just going more towards the attackers. But I don't listen to them BT referees, Sky Sports referees. I don't like between them and listening to Gary Neville always wanking over United to the point where what he's saying isn't making sense. You know, 1 minute he said Ralph Hasenhüttl has changed everything within 2 minutes, and then he said that, you know, that United was slow for a reason against Norwich. I mean, come on now. And then you've got Jamie Carragher, who's a bit more as a bit less non-biased, nonetheless, just gets a bit excited, man. It's just quite jarring. But what are you gonna do, eh? Come on, you lot. You know, hurry up. We want to see the draw. Hurry up. This. Sorry, folks. Handing it up. Big up you lot. Make sure you're following and all of those sort of things, people. On all the socials and that. Don't forget, I'm going live on YouTube at 11:30, and then I'm back here at 4 p.m. Play a little Football Manager and that. In fact, let me make sure the promos is happening and that. Did I actually say 12:30, yo? Yeah. Giving myself enough time. Come on, you lot. I don't, you know, it's difficult for me because I don't even know what these people are saying, people. They could be saying anything. Are we having the group now? Come on. These lot are not moving ready, man. It's on YouTube as well for anyone. I've just seen it on YouTube on my phone. For anyone that wants to watch it and doesn't have the luxury of watching it on BT on the TV like myself, it is being streamed. So open up another tab, mute that one, and you know, make two small. How do I make it make sense? Minimize both of the tabs and like make half and half of the screen so you're taking man in, people. Good food still. Hey. Anyways, people, the Champions League is about to the draw tick. Stay professional, stay professional. You see why you shouldn't be on these socials, man. You start seeing some unruly business. But steady. But yeah. Obviously, once again, going over the winners of this Champions of the groups of the Champions League: City, Liverpool, Ajax, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. Again, I have to go on my screen. City, Liverpool, Ajax, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Man United, Lille, and Juventus. In terms of the runners-up: PSG, Atletico, Sporting, Inter, Benfica, Villarreal, Salzburg, and Chelsea. Ranieri's twin. Bloody hell, you're right, you know. The draw is being made, people. The draw is being made. The first team to be drawn is out of the runners-up section. Who is it? I don't know. It's Benfica. So I know a lot of the Premier League teams now, if you're United, Liverpool, City, you're catting out. They can't draw Bayern Munich because they're in the same group. Let's see what's being happening here. Let's see what's happening. What's all the different? There's all bare different balls with bare like 3-4 balls where Ajax are concerned. And well, this is confusing, man. Maybe this is so nothing happens. Arshavin, come on. Make sure you shag these English teams. Go on. Don't help no one. Shag it. Make sure that's Leo. Benfica, Leo needed. Share the link. I'm watching it on TV, bro. You don't need to go on YouTube and go on BT. It's easy enough. Real Madrid against Benfica. Come on, Carlo. Respect Benfica. Darwin Núñez. Make sure you enhance your reputation. But come on. Come on. What else have we got? Come on. Give these guys the hardest, man. Come on. Arshavin, shag this. Hella English supporting club fans never got Benfica as one they fancied. Benfica always tough, you know. Don't let them gas you. Like, don't let the names next to the other names gas you. Bro, Champions League, it's all about the away games. When them fans are on to you, obviously COVID changed for you. Go on, Arshavin. Go on, Arshavin. Make it difficult. Make it difficult. You got second team to come out of the hat. Arshavin's got in his hand. Who's this? Manchester United. Come on. Come on. Shake that. Shake that. In fact, to be honest, United won the group. They can't get shaken. PSG. Come on. PSG. They brush these sides aside, man. But we need Messi versus Ronaldo. Come on, PSG. Go on, Arshavin. Shake it. I know you got this, my guy. I know you got this. Manchester City, what? Is that? Does he have to do that again? Was there an error there, people? Did man just draw the same two names? It's difficult when you can't hear. Did he just draw Man United and Man City? Or did my camera bug out? All right, cool. I think he drew City. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. I don't know what just happened there. It looked like he took two different balls out. But anyways, Manchester City have been drawn. So I wasn't bugging out. So yeah, further confirmation that there's fishy business being done. Atletico Madrid. Pep travels to Atletico Madrid. Oh, I knew I wasn't. I was thinking, oh, am I telling these lot the wrong thing? What happened there? Am I bugging out? Like, or did I actually see that? You know, Arshavin, you know, having played in Russia, being Russian, you know, maybe Roman Abramovich gave man a little cool, you know, like Chelsea need to get someone good here, you know, rude boy. Who's got happening now? Arshavin, come on. What's going on here? Bayern Munich. Beer hearts have dropped. I think they're going to get PSG. If you're PSG, Sporting, Inter, Villarreal, Salzburg, and Chelsea, you're shook right now. Atletico, Bayern Munich. Oh, they're confusing me now. So it's Atletico, Bayern Munich. So where did City come from? I can't lie, man. I don't know what's going on now, man. It looks like it doesn't look like it's City versus Atletico anymore. Salzburg have been given. Obviously, when it's all done, we'll see what's going on. But Salzburg runners-up have been drawn against. Haven't been drawn, you know. It makes sense to be Liverpool, Karim Adeyemi and that. That's what I see happening. I'll be real. Come on, Arshavin. Liverpool. Yeah, see? You knew it. Karim Adeyemi derby, man. You knew what was happening. Liverpool gone to the next round. Inter Milan, and then Adeyemi's due to get tapped up by Jurgen Klopp when they play. Inter Milan, next people they've been drawn. Come on. Arshavin, yeah, that's the ball that they told you is the cheating one, innit? Look at his eyes, the way he did that. Ajax. Inter Milan, Ajax. Decent little clash there. United are going to get blessed then. From you avoid Bayern Munich, it's Kushti. It's hella confusing, people. Just for if anybody, just as a disclaimer, Atletico Madrid are going to face Bayern Munich. Villarreal will play Manchester City. Real Madrid will play Benfica. So far, that's what we've had. If anyone, because I'm sure we're all confused. And obviously, Ajax Inter, like I've just said. Juventus, group winners. PSG. Oh, sorry, I'm bugging out. Sporting versus Juventus has been drawn. PSG United on a bait one, man. Chelsea and United yet to be drawn. Chelsea. Leo. So that leaves it, that's actually PSG Man United. And we were just speaking about that at the start. Pochettino derby. Messi against Ronaldo. And that just leaves Manchester United against, like, we don't know, PSG. PSG, the home team for the first clash. I think United win that. I'll be real. I think United win that. And with that being said, people, the draw result, if I pause this, stays at, once again, Benfica versus Real Madrid, Villarreal against Manchester City, Atletico Madrid versus Bayern Munich, Salzburg versus Liverpool, Inter Milan versus Ajax, Sporting versus Juventus, Chelsea, Lille, and as just said, PSG versus Manchester United, Messi versus Ronaldo. They both signed for two different clubs, but they can't avoid each other. And, it's Rashford versus Mbappe and all of this. It's Mbappe's last dance where PSG are concerned. I don't know if Neymar will be back them times. He probably will. My guess, and I want PSG to win, but they probably don't. 1 second, people. I'm still here. Still here. Obviously, you know what? Yeah, I can't really complain. I thought we was gonna get someone tough, as I said. We've signed Messi. It's Messi versus Ronaldo. Again, Mbappe versus Rashford. Pochettino against Ralph Rangnick. Who knows, man? In the same way, I think with Kareem Adeyemi, they're going to, Liverpool are going to tap him up at Anfield. Who knows? Pochettino will probably get to see his new office and all of those sort of things, people. But in relation to it, I think they're all tough games. Again, if I'm a United fan, I would fancy PSG, and that's why we need to be scared. I don't think we're a good... When you get past the team and whatnot, I don't think we're a well-engined unit. I would love to be wrong, but I don't think Pochettino has what it takes to take PSG ultimately where Tuchel couldn't, which was win the Champions League or get to another final. I just think he's going to fall short. The La Liga sides haven't been helped apart from Real Madrid because Villarreal have been given Manchester City, Atletico Madrid again against Bayern Munich. It's going to be some interesting clashes, man. Some interesting and good encounters, really and truly. Benfica shouldn't be ruled out, but you'd imagine Real Madrid have more than enough to get through that one there, and especially the way they're playing. I don't want to say Real Madrid are dark horses due to their quality, but yeah, man. I would say Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, they look like the guys there, man. Obviously, once again, in relation to the last round of 16 that's been drawn, Benfica, Real Madrid, Villarreal City, Atletico Munich, Salzburg, Liverpool, Inter Milan, Ajax, Sporting, Juventus, Chelsea, Lille, PSG, Manchester United. And obviously every team that I've said first has been the team that's playing at home first. I swear UEFA is rigged. We're always going to play PSG. We all knew it. Like, again, at the start of this stream, we said, I said it, and some of you said it. They're going to grab... We know what's going to happen. And I mean, again, have they clarified what happened? Because maybe my mind's playing tricks on me, but it looked like Arshavin had a Manchester City ball in his hand and a United ball in his hand, and then things started going a bit different. I don't know what happened there. We've seen it look rigged here. We've seen it look rigged here. We've seen, the Formula One look rigged. It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy what people are dealing with, man. Pochettino derby, man. Boy. For the neutrals, it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be an interesting one, but that's where that one there ends, folks. Like, that's where that ends. Like, it's been drawn, in it. That's that. Like, yeah, they can't play them in the group. They can't. Statman got what he wanted. That's mad, Sometimes be careful what you wish for. Thank you, Roman. Give us Leo. You think Arshavin is going to be there and Abramovich ain't going to be on the phone? Listen, big man, you need to give us something to work with, or it's long for you. I can give you silver or lead. It's one of them ones. I can make your bank account, make a really, really rich man more than you are. But, people might not see you again after you leave the UEFA headquarters. So you needed to come back with something for your fellow countrymen. FUA for PSG again. Man City never won the Champions League. Battle of the GOATs. Of course they wanted Messi, Ronaldo. They wanted it. If they were still at Barca and Juventus, somehow Barca would have went through and them man would have played each other. You know how the thing is, man. Football's no different from WWE, man. Some of you United fans, ask Alex Ferguson, man. You lot can't cry about the thing being rigged, and then it's not making sense. I'm just trying to piss you lot off, man. It's all banter. Don't cry. But that's that where the draw is made. Hey, so what's your lot's opinions on the aftermath? I know a lot of you have already offered it, but it is what it is. So where's the Europa League now? Well, the Europa League could have just started. There's no need for this half an hour break. That could have just ran straight after that. Other than Benfica, there we're all good. Boy, interesting ones, man. Be interesting to see what happens. But when's that? This ain't till February, innit? So there's a lot of time. You know, the forms between the sides are going to change. Like if you were just looking at it on a form thing, PSG United is very close, in my opinion, regardless of PSG winning. Chelsea wiped the floor with Leo. Juventus probably could get beaten up against Sporting, if I'm real with you. I mean, Pogba was never going to leave in January, in my opinion. Chelsea got a good draw. Pogba going to want to stay past Jan. Don't get me wrong, Messi versus Ronaldo is exciting, but couldn't they let it go for the latter stages? I'm trying to go as far as I can in the Champions League. AFCON before then too. Fair play. So there's a lot of things to consider, and God forbid, I don't want no one to get injured, but someone could get injured. Certain managers could be sacked. You know, let's just say PSG sacked Pochettino, and the next man comes in. They might switch to a three at the back. So the whole dynamics change. I think Liverpool are going to mop the floor with Salzburg quickly. You know, quickly. Karim Adeyemi, get your moves sorted out. I think that's one. I would love them to do it, but I think this is as far as it goes. You know, you've given yourselves a good run. You can leave with your heads held high, but personally, I think, like you lot, this is as far as it goes for them sort of man there, really, if I'm completely honest with you. Yeah, if I'm just completely honest with you, that's just how I look at it, really. $7:30, sorry, folks. Just trying to work out, because obviously we start the stream 10 minutes or so before, so I have to work out when we actually started just so it looks a bit better. But yeah, with that, we might as well get into transfer news, people. There's no other way of, there's no other way of saying with things, people, and whatnot. So yeah, man, obviously, sorry, off topic, Aston Villa have been hit with another COVID outbreak. I don't know if that's a late one from the Athletic or whatever, but there's that. What else is going on in terms of transfers? There's something that Dele Alli apparently has been told he can leave Spurs. Obviously, he's made only one Premier League appearance this season, which came under Conte. I'm sure you've all seen what was said about Haaland, and we can go and check that because I didn't actually. But yeah, Mino Raiola is never going to be shy about talking about his clients. Mino Raiola says there's a big chance striker will leave Borussia Dortmund this summer. He will take that. Well, let's scroll down. In fact, the 21-year-old, we know he's a great player. 74 goals in 72 games since joining in January 2020. What a signing, considering he'd had 18 months, 2 years. It's brazy. Raiola said maybe this summer, maybe the summer after, but there's a big chance that Erling will leave this summer. We will see. He can and he will take the next step. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and he did clarify these are not the only teams, but he did say Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man City. There are big clubs he can go to. City, who have a meeting with his agent scheduled as well in January. City have won the championship 5 times in the last few years, much more than United. Don't know why United needed to get drawn out there, but fair enough. We all knew when he moved to Dortmund that this step would come. Obviously, he was born in Leeds and all of those sort of things, people. He went on to say, Raiola, we will tell Dortmund what our idea is, and Dortmund will tell us their ideas, but no decision will be made in the winter. So City won't get their man in the winter if they were in for him. He's someone who wants to develop, who is always looking for new challenges. Of course, there's always a question of the alternative. You only change if you better the alternative. And that's true. And I'm keen to see Haaland at a top club because there's no scrutiny on Haaland, really. And I don't want scrutiny on him. He's a terrific player, but it's a wild thing right now. You're young, you're moving mad. Once you get to Real Madrid and all of these teams, everything else is scrutinized. You might score 3 goals. Man are saying, why didn't you get 6? It's interesting to see this right now. It's a wow moment. Everybody's wowed by him. You look at him, Pedri, Fatty, everybody's wild. Mbappe, everyone, it's changed for Mbappe now a bit, but everybody's wild. Sooner or later, man are going to expect stuff, and sometimes they're unrealistic. And there's going to be a lot of adapting to do, man. There are only two, and obviously there's an expectation for winning. And did he not have a little mini goal drought? There are only 2 parties who are allowed to say something to the outside world, the club and the player. I never talk about details. We and Dortmund know exactly what has to happen. We have structured it very correctly. Contract or not, we have very open communication with obviously these individuals. We deal with it with honesty. That's much more important than anything on paper. Paper is only there if something goes wrong, and you need that, but not otherwise. Obviously, Pep's not going to answer any questions on Haaland where that's concerned. Where else? And apparently, you know, Mino Raiola wants 47 million in commission. And to be fair, these are the net. You know, if you sign Haaland, his release clause might be cheap, but you're gonna have to give him big wages, big add-ons, big commissions. The wage structure of any club that you're at within reason is probably gonna get flipped on its head. So obviously, that's something to consider for PSG, even though they got money, Real Madrid, etc. Because again, you know, Haaland isn't going to be the last star player that signs for these clubs. You know, there's going to be other guys. So that's something to consider. And you hear Chelsea and United are in the backwaters. I heard a rumor that Ralph Rangnick gets 10 mil if United sign Haaland. I don't believe it, because it just seems like one of them Twitter rumors and whatnot. But it wouldn't surprise me. Maybe my man, you know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would have got that, provided he actually got it over and done with. So it is what it is. Let's see what else is going on where transfers are concerned. Ireland going to run up them numbers in Europa. To be fair, Europa's brazy. Barca, Bayern Munich, Barca, Dortmund, sorry. A couple of good teams there. Like you lot said, it's good teams are dropping down to the from the Champions League. Even Sheriff, they gave themselves a good account of themselves in the Champions League. I'm not saying they're going to win Europa, but I'm just saying you can't sleep on anybody, if I'm completely honest with you. Pardon me, more transfer stuff. Come on, where we going? Let's see what goal.com's rumor section. Atalanta are there. They bought football as well, you know. But Lotti's likely to leave Torino next year. Man United are in the hunt for Gavi. PSG has held talks. Benzema's held talks with PSG regarding a possible return to France. Right, he's open to making the move in 222, as goal.com says, which, you know, we want everyone to live, but I don't know if he'll still be alive there. Napoli are there as well, which is a boppers. You can't sleep on anyone that's in you know what, in the last 16, you've got to treat it like every team like they're a prime Bayern Munich side, in my opinion. West Ham have made an approach for Adam Hozlek, who seems to be highly rated. You know, Chelsea are close to signing new contracts for Christensen and Thiago Silva, which probably means it's a myth for Rudiger. Liverpool are still looking to cash in on Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, people. You know, he's contracted until 2023. It says it all that it doesn't look like there's been talks for such. Vanderson could be joining Brentford. Yachin Adli could be recalled 6 months early from Milan. He's doing all right, but maybe they need him, people. Arsenal are to launch a Kulusevski offer, which I'm getting bored of hearing that. For Marlon has left his team over there in Asia. Bit boring, isn't it, really, in relation to the transfer rumors? Apart from United with Gavi, it's hardly anything, really. You know, I don't even believe that. I'm sure United fans don't believe that one day as well. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's see what the BBC Sports column is saying in relation to rumors, man. And Sterling's part of a 5-man shortlist, by the way, for Sports Personality of the Year award, people. You know, I can't lie. I know it's nothing to do with sports technically, but sports reflects society and society reflects sport. I don't understand how Rashford isn't there personally. Now, I respectfully, obviously, ain't you the lady that won the tennis thing in Wimbledon? I don't know the rest. Big up Fury for being there. You know Fury's going to end up winning it. Tom Daley, allow me. So it is what it is, people. I don't really pay too much attention to this. I think, you know, it reflects Britain, innit? You know, one bit of diversity. But anyways, you know, away from all of that, let's see what the gossip columns are saying. Barca are planning moves for Pulisic and Rudiger, people, as well as Azpilicueta, so a deadly trio from Chelsea. Leeds are keen on Ben Brereton from Blackburn, and they put, despite the fact that there's a 25 million price tag on him. Apparently, West Ham are targeting Nat Phillips, people, and Liverpool want 10 million to let him go. He's picked up a little knock. Apparently, Koeman is stalling on a new contract at Bayern Munich. And if he does not, his international teammate Dembele, who is approaching the end of his Barca deal, could be an alternative. There are no plans for Real Madrid to sell Rodrigo. Talks have opened between Hugo Lloris and Spurs over a new deal. Origi is drawing interest from Italian clubs. You know, Martial, who we spoke about a couple of days ago, his agents come out and said he wants to leave. He's been linked with a return to Lyon and PSG, among other clubs. Lyon are keen on a move for Danjuma, who's doing well in the Championship at Bournemouth and now is doing all right at Villarreal. Newcastle are looking at they were looking at Tarkowski. Now they're looking at Steve Cook. These are not guys that are going to help you really and truly. Dalot was a target for Roma and former Juventus boss, but his recent appearances under Ralph Rangnick make a transfer unlikely. Saliba has said he prefer not to speak about potential thingies. Kion Edwards could be leaving, and to be fair with you, you know, there's a lot of strikers ahead of him in the part in the pathway. He barely had a sniff at 18s football, you know. But maybe if he was to stay a year, you know, Balogun probably will not be playing 23s next year. Mika Beref goes on loan, Muller's gone. There'll be opportunities, but I can't blame the 18-year-old for struggling to see a long-term viable future at the club, really, because you've got inconsistencies over what's happening with Aubameyang and Lacazette. You've got inconsistencies over the short-term future of Balogun, the short, medium, and long-term at Arsenal for Eddie Nketiah, and then you've got a couple of other youth strikers ahead of him. So it probably would make sense. Leeds would be a good place to go, but it'd be more of the same. Southampton, I'm not too sure. Brighton and Newcastle, they could be good opportunities. He's also been linked with Leipzig as well. So I'm personally not too sure what to read into that, but you can read into it nonetheless, people. So it is what it is where that's concerned. Yeah, man. Hopefully, agents' code of contact will be enforced before the Haaland transfer. It's about time these agents play by a set of rules and stop holding clubs to ransom. But clubs hold everybody else to ransom. Clubs hold agents to ransom. They hold players to ransom. They hold up people in their clubs to ransom. I don't think the clubs are like mafia bosses and gangs. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't think there's any rights. I think they're all with their hands dirty, you know. They're earning that, but how much the people that we don't see in the clubs earn off the back of transfers, really and truly? So I agree with you. There should be a code of conduct, but I don't think it's fair. And I just think anyone that talks about limited earnings in their own industry, if they wanted limits on their own earnings, then it wouldn't make sense. You know, again, you get what you pay for. If Eddie Howe lines up a great boxing fight, you know, between, I don't know, let's just say a prime Fury and a prime Muhammad Ali, no one's gonna sit there and say Eddie Hearn don't deserve his piece. So why am I saying Mino Raiola? He ain't put a gun to no one's head to ask for his clients. He's got the clients he wants. You want the clients, you pay the piece. You know, the money in football is ridiculous, you know, and I'd say the money to the quality away from Haaland and these big money. Bro, man, are spending 50 million on Sigurdsson, you know, and we think this is sustainable. You know, I don't know when the bubble's going to pop, but when it does, it's not going to be nice, is it? It's going to be brazy, extremely brazy. Yeah, man. I genuinely don't think Howe's good enough for what they need with the same group that did him over last time, bro. I don't really rate Eddie Howe, full stop, really. I think, you know, he's done good things at Bournemouth, but, you know, I've heard him linked with the Arsenal, United, and Chelsea jobs and the England jobs in the near to distant future. And he got a lot of that just based off failing, in my opinion. So it's brazy, man. It's brazy. It's brazy. It's brazy. It's brazy. Very brazy. Exactly. Even his dad's eating, bro. Neymar's dad was eating. Everyone's dad was eating, bro. But Arsenal fans, we love George Graham. George Graham was eating and making sure the players weren't eating. And then obviously he got bagged. So I don't mind it. Listen, everybody's doing the dirty, but I'd rather agents, players. I've got no love for clubs in it. I love my club, but I have no love for individuals that work within my club at that level and other clubs, because these lot, they get away with a lot. They get to, not saying they're doing anything sinister, but they get away with a lot. And nobody really blames them for anything. And again, the money's there. Listen, no one is going to, clubs are not going to be in a position to even consider paying Mino Raiola these fees if they're not going to make their money back on Haaland, whether that's selling him on in the future, helping them achieve stuff, marketing rights as he keeps getting better and better and better. You know, just having good players. They're getting paid in more ways. They're going to, you know, his image rights. Footballers are making pennies on what the clubs are going to make, really and truly. But anyways, man, it is what it is in that regards, people. We've been here for an hour and 21 minutes. I'm back again on YouTube at 12:30. I hope to see you all there. Again, if you can't be there, please make sure you drop a like at the very least. Let me give you the link to such so you lot can be there. I'd rather get Vlahovic or Jovic for a quarter the price. There's no way in hell I'd rather Jovic over Haaland. I hear that the Vlahovic shouts if you want to save money and go elsewhere, but the Vlahovic one is criminal, man. You don't believe that, my guy. You know, Haaland, you know. But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna love and leave you lot. The link's been dropped. Make sure you lot all join me at 12:30. I'm back again on Twitch at 4 p.m. We'll play some Football Manager. I've got some couple normal videos that have been uploaded on YouTube. So in the meantime, if you're missing DG, go and check them out. Make sure you're hitting all the likes, you're following all the socials. Most importantly, stay safe. It's Monday, so I hope everyone's got good spirits in terms of their health and their mental health and etc. And I hope we all have a good week to remember where we move that much closer to our goals, hopes, dreams, and ambitions. So yeah, you lot stay blessed, stay safe. See you lot soon.
There's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like. There's always just that. There's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like.
Oh, yeah. For like the 10 millionth time, people deluded. I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in. Now, big up to everyone who was on my YouTube stream that we've just come off. Anyone that's obviously here right now, and everyone that was here at 10:30 a.m. Now, obviously, we already done the Champions League live draw and whatnot. Now, I can't lie to you. I'm gonna cut up this clip and it's gonna get slapped into the 10 a.m. clip, and that's going on YouTube. The YouTube boys are gonna have to deal with it, for a good hour. They're gonna be like, oh my god, this is the old one, what's going on? But yeah, UEFA being extremely incompetent means that we're all here again. Now, what we thought was the draw of who had who. Atletico had Manchester City, Manchester United had PSG, Chelsea had Lille, Real Madrid had Benfica, Salzburg had Liverpool. I think I'm obviously missing out a number of ones in it, people. But yeah, they've messed it up. For whatever reason, it got messed up. Now, actually, at the time, we was like, what's going on there? It's being done again. So you've got Arshavin, etc. back. So it's going ahead now, people. And it didn't feel right to leave you lot hanging. So I thought, you know what? We have to go through this, man. It is what it is. It happens, people. As you lot know, you've got, the teams to be drawn. You already know the boys that are in this competition, people. Again, hopefully I've still got the article. Let me scroll the way up so I can do whatever. One sec. I mean, the neutrals would have liked Ronaldo versus Messi and that, but it wasn't meant to be, people. The draws, in fact, we ain't got time, man. You know who's who, people. The draw's starting again, You lot said, the Claudio Ranieri looking like, I don't know this, Donny, but he has drawn Salzburg. Salzburg have been the first team drawn, folks. Salzburg have been the first team drawn. Whoever they get, I don't know. Who will they be drawn against, folks? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. There they go with all the balls in all the, doing all this. This is how it gets clouded again. Come on, can you lot just be competent this one time? Like, just a bit of competence. Please. Arshavin, who have you drawn for Salzburg? Bayern Munich. And, Karim Adeyemi is probably going to end up playing in Germany. It's a bit of an audition to the Bundesliga for Dortmund primarily. Who knows? Munich are someone that are looking at him. He's actually previously played for Bayern Munich. So we hope they can cause an upset. But boy, who knows? Sporting of Portugal. Next. Drawn with... I don't know yet, people. None of us know yet because it hasn't come out yet, has it? But yeah, let's see what's to come. Fucking hell, man. Can they not sort out this BS before? I'm sure that's a new one. It's not. I want Liverpool PSG just to watch PSG get ish on. Bruh. Harsh, man. Who's been drawn now? Manchester City have been drawn with Sporting, which again is probably a scouting mission for them. They'll probably tap a few ballers up. Benfica, also a Portuguese outfit, the second representative in the latter stages of Portugal, for Portugal. But yeah. Who are Benfica going to get? Benfica, he drew Real Madrid in the last one. City always get the easy teams. I wouldn't say Sporting are easy, but I would say I know what you're getting at. They get the more favourable draws, 100%, but you get what you negotiate or what you... Arshavin, who have you picked now for Benfica? It seems like he's having trouble opening the TIG. PSG need to get rid of Poch if they want to challenge. Ajax. Benfica, Ajax. Darwin Núñez against Halia. That's one for the hipsters. Ajax are not to be taken lightly by any stretch of the imagination. Underrate them at your own risk. They will make you pay for that. Big up to you lot tuned in. Chelsea. Arshavin, I'm sure Roman Abramovich has told you same procedure. They can't draw the English teams. They can't draw Juventus. So it's either Lille again or Real Madrid. Please be Real Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti, come on. Vinicius Jr. at Stamford Bridge. Come on. I bet you they still get Lille again. They definitely get Lille again. Arshavin's killing me. He's pretending not to look. He's killing me. See how much conviction he just led his hand in there. He knows full well which are the balls. Andre Arshavin, who are Chelsea are going to get? Leo is bait. Oh, surprise! Chelsea have been drawn against Leo again. No one could see that coming, You could see my man pretending to mess around with the balls, and then Arshavin's like, I can't see where the Leo ball is. Got your boss, Roman. Come on, bro. They're not even trying to hide it again. Atletico are the next team up, folks. Arshavin propaganda. I can't see it, Oh, Lord. At this point, Arsenal's name is probably going to be in there. Somehow we're going to get, if at Bayern Munich's be drawn. It would have been mad. They bust case. Eden Hazard return. Vinicius Jr. settings. Carlo return. It's not meant to be. We have to wait. Bro, brown envelope, bro. Roman don't do brown envelopes, bro. He's told Arshavin, I'm paying for your grandkids' tuitions. Life changing. Manchester United. Next. Who will Man United face? Obviously, they can't draw. Oh, shit. Atletico. Simeone season. Fair play. I mean, you can't go from Ronaldo versus Messi, to that. But I'm sure the other teams don't care. Villarreal next. Can't draw Real Madrid. Can't draw Liverpool. Why can't they draw Liverpool? Why is it saying they can't draw Liverpool? Yeah, you man got Atletico. It's not the same, man. I would have preferred the PSG one. I mean, I don't know specifically why they want to redo it, but I just remember being sat here with you guys and it looked like something fishy was going on where Man City and Man United's balls were. Juventus. Villarreal. Una Emery against Maximiliano Allegri, folks. Man United versus Atletico going to be a snooze fest. It might be, but Ronaldo back in Spain is written in the script, just like him at Atalanta, being back in Italy, he was always going to score. Inter Milan. It's either Real Madrid, well, it's Liverpool, surely. They can't get the same team they just had in the group, alive. It's been a very confusing one to follow. Liverpool. Inter Milan, Liverpool. I mean, sorry, Inter Milan. I can't. You listen. I would love you lot to win because I don't want an English team to win it, but I can't look past Liverpool again. Salah returning back to Italy in the first leg. It's peak. PSG. The only good thing is, I swear, away goals don't mean nothing now. Always been a silly rule. I'm always going to say that as an Arsenal fan. Boy, it's peak for PSG. Boy, Poch might get the clip. You man, you man are out next round, innit? Unfortunately. Real Madrid. How are we gonna win that? Getting packed. And that's another Carlo Ancelotti derby. Don't get it twisted. So now, with the draws finally being done, people, let's pause that to confirm. You've got Salzburg, Bayern Munich, Sporting, Manchester City, Benfica, Ajax, Chelsea, Lille, Atletico, Manchester United, Villarreal, Juventus, Inter Milan, Liverpool, and a big one in PSG versus Real Madrid. Neymar returning to Spain. I always say these returning ones because it's always written in the script when guys return back to nations they played in. As I just said, with Ronaldo going back to Italy, Salah going back to Italy, you know, it was destiny. They did it in the group stages. It's destiny. They do it now, innit? Really and truly. So we finally have a draw. You know, after that repeat, you know, Real Madrid, PSG. Bloody hell, that's the one I'm looking at, people. I personally think, that's a Ramos return as well. Completely forgot about that. Oh, I forgot my trailer thought now that I just thought of the Ramos thing. I think people are sleeping on Madrid now. I don't think people are sleeping on Madrid because everyone knows they're 30. But if you're watching La Liga, they're moving brazy. I swear they ain't lost in 11 games. Vinicius is doing his thing. Benzema's doing his thing. You know, it's an audition for Kylian Mbappe as well. Mbappe is going to show you lot next season what will go on. As you said, Ramos is there. Messi and Neymar, you man are Catalonians where the football's concerned. I'm sure the Catalans are hoping that you lot can dump Real Madrid out of Europe as well. So that's a tasty encounter and a very tasty fixture, people. Apparently, you know, the draw where the Conference League is fine, people. There is no problems where that's concerned. But yeah, if you want to see the group in full, people, we've got two of my teams playing each other in PSG and Real Madrid. The champion. They've messed up again for a third time. It's a human being. Are you saying that we have to do this draw for a third time? Are you serious? Fuck these guys, man. They're taking the piss now. Like they're taking the piss. I'm not sitting here and doing a third draw. Like this is the draw. We'll deal with whatever games there are and thing, man. This is the draw. There's no more draws. Once was enough. Apparently it's calm. Bro, this better stay it, man. This is why we need Super League, man. We need Super League. Super League ain't gonna come with this. I'm not on this. If there's a third one, I'm not involved. And it seems like everybody's clueless. I'm not doing no third draw stream. I'm not on it. I'm sorry, folks. I love you lot, but not that much. You know. I mean, to be fair, it might not even be Ramos versus Madrid card. The man can't even get fit. But this is the Champions League draw for the last 16, the revisited one. Salzburg have been drawn against Bayern Munich. Hopefully, Karim Adeyemi can shake up his former employers. Sporting against Manchester City. Benfica against Ajax. Chelsea versus Lyon. That would have been the Eden Hazard derby. Atletico Madrid against Manchester United. I back Man United to go through. I think Ronaldo scores. I think Ronaldo's going to just take the... Well, he's always going to take the stars, but I just think he's going to do a Mazza. Villarreal against Juventus should be quite boring, but, you know, I wouldn't sleep on Villarreal. If I was Villarreal, I'll fancy the chances because Juventus have kind of been poor domestically. Now, again, these fixtures are not being played tomorrow. Moods, sentiments, variables can all change. Inter Milan, Liverpool, that's a good one. It's not quite the clash it would have been many years ago. PSG, Madrid's probably the blockbuster one, where Man United's loss has been Real Madrid's gain, really. In that period, they've got PSG. Pochettino against a club he's been linked with. You know, if I had to bet money, I think I want PSG to win, but I think Real Madrid edge it. Not that I care who wins. I think if I had to pick a winner out of Salzburg and Munich, I'm gonna, you know, it is Bayern Munich, but I'm gonna cheer for Karim Adeyemi FC. It's a Salzburg thing. I can't look beyond Manchester City against Sporting. I hope to be wrong. You know, I'd imagine Ajax beat Benfica, but that's a close clash. You've got Chelsea against Lyon. We hope an upset can happen, but Chelsea Chelsea are gonna have to, Chelsea are gonna have to be really bad to lose that. You've got Atletico Madrid, Man United. I back Man United to go through. I think Simeone's men are a bit overrated of late. Inter Milan, Liverpool. I can't look beyond Liverpool. Real Madrid, PSG. I'd give it Real Madrid if I'm completely honest with you. I think Carlo just has the experience. Real Madrid's players are a bit more street smart. Tactically, there's not much in Real Madrid. There's not really too many gaps in Real Madrid. I think there's too much question marks over Pochettino by himself and over PSG separately. You add them together and talk about the last 16. I would love them to do it, you know, for banter purposes. I want to throw back on the PSG shirt, but I don't think Poch is going to get to the latter stages and go one better or even get levels to what he did at Spurs and get into a final. So once again, Salzburg, Bayern Munich, Sporting Lisbon, Manchester City, Benfica, Ajax, Chelsea, Lyon, Atletico Madrid, Manchester United, Villarreal, Juventus, Inter Milan, Liverpool, PSG, Real Madrid. Flicking over here to the Conference League as well, people. Marseille against Karabakh, Slavia Prague against Fenerbahce. Leicester have drawn Raiders FC. I think that's Sparta Prague against Partizan. PSV against Tel Aviv. Midtjylland against Parcours. Celtic against Linz, the team that bopped Roma. I think they're going to bop Celtic. Rapid Vienna against Vitesse / if Spurs come to whatever resolution which is affecting their participation in the Conference League. As you know, they've been struggling with COVID and the rest of it. So it is what it is where that's concerned. And then obviously you've got the Europa League. You've got Sevilla who dropped down against Dynamo Zagreb. You've got Leipzig against Sociedad. You've got Zenit against Betis. You've got Sheriff against Braga. Sheriff are not to be slept on. Atalanta, Olympiacos, Borussia Dortmund, Rangers, Porto, Lazio, and I can read people. I didn't miss anything else out for you guys. You can see Barcelona versus Napoli, even though that's Europa League. That should be a good game, man. So I don't know, man. Why couldn't Villarreal draw against Liverpool? No clue, bro. All I know is that all these things have been done again, innit? So it is what it is, man. But with that though, people, I can't lie. I've put in a shift. I'm extremely hungry, so I'm gonna have to love and leave you guys. Again, we should have been knowing the draw, and we should have been talking about what's gonna happen against, you know, Liverpool, Salzburg, or PSG, Madrid, PSG, Man United at the time. But for whatever reason, it's changed up. I'm gonna be back again at 4 p.m. people. That's to play Football Manager. So it is what it is, man. It's lunchtime. I'm operating on E, man. So I gotta go and grab some food, man. I appreciate that. Bro, Suarez against Maguire is peak. Kels has said, big up. Not gonna lie, I wanted someone with more quality than Leo. Still sharp and still, I hear you. You know, I hear you. You know, there's case to be said in avoiding the big boy teams, but I'm on you. I'm on what you mean in that you play the best. There's no complacency. You need to get with it. And I look at Chelsea. There's been a lot of complacency creeping into your game of recent weeks at home in relation to the Premier League. You know, you should have killed off the West Ham game. You didn't. Should have killed off the Zenit game in the Champs. You didn't. Really and truly, ultimately, finishing second worked out for the best, especially when you got Roman Abramovich putting in the calls to Arshavin. Nah, I'm playing, but you're right. Chelsea need to improve. Personally, I can't really see a winner, man. You know, I do think there is going to be 1-2 upsets. I'm not going to say Leo are going to knock out Chelsea or Sporting against Man City. I can't see it, but you never know, you know, where that game's concerned. Again, the blockbuster is PSG Real Madrid, really and truly. If Villarreal were drawn, Inter would have Real or Juventus. Yeah, they can't draw Villarreal. It wouldn't have worked. You would have had to have done it all again because the two Spanish boys can't play each other. Suarez against Maguire. To be fair, I think Ronaldo, when the man them are, I just think Mr. Champions League, he's just going to be doing that and that sushi against Atletico. I think Atletico are going to give him a game, but I just think Ronaldo's going to make the difference, man, if I'm completely honest with you. But again, we're going to have to see in February. As I said, variables are going to change. You know, a couple injuries, certain managers might not be there. A couple injuries could take place. You know, form could creep in, bad form could creep in, managers could change systems. A lot of things are going to change from now to when these teams are playing, not just in the Champs, but the Champs, the Europa League, and I'm going to say Conference League, but it's cap. I'm not watching that, but you get it. So it's going to be an interesting one, man. It's going to be an interesting one to see, man. But, you know, that's what we're in it for. I'm just hopefully this is the last of the draw. We don't need to do a third time round or go for another rodeo. On that note, I'm going to love and leave you lot, though. As I was saying, people, please make sure you're following and subscribing on Twitch and on YouTube. I'm going to be back again at 4 p.m. to play Football Manager. That will be the final stream. You know, it just didn't feel right just leaving it, knowing that there was another draw being made, and I'm not here doing it with you lot. So I appreciate you lot that have been tuned in. Without you lot, the platform can't live in it. So I appreciate you lot. You lot stay well, stay safe, you know, stay attacking your goals, hopes, dreams, and ambitions for the week and for the future. You know, hope you all have good health mentally, spiritually, and physically. I'll see you lot all at 4 p.m. people. But for now, God bless you lot. Take care, man. Check out the YouTube content if you're looking for more in it. Peace.
There's always just that accurate defending. I think it's like